Hello, Ian here with Touratech USA, and I'm going to be installing the final drive guard on this R1250GS. This is the same part for the 1250GS as well as the water-cooled 1200GS and GS Adventure. The Adventure and the GS are same back here, so no problems. This will also fit all of the water-cooled R1200 and R1250 bikes, so an RT or an RS or an R model, whatever you like. Pretty quick and easy installation. You've got the main guard here. You have some pieces of protective film. I'm not going to be using these because the guard is going to be covering everything that it might rub on, so I'm not worried about it. You've got two bolts. One is a countersunk bolt and the other is just a socket cap. There's a small washer that you put here on the socket cap bolt. There's a 12mm spacer, and then you've got this split spacer as well as this little wedge here, and those two go together. So first step is take a small amount of thread locking agent. This is a medium strength blue thread lock. And then you take the anodized silver or anodized black aluminum piece that has the Touratech logos on it, and you put that here through the front of the guard. You take the countersunk bolt, put it through that silver, put it through the black anodized piece. Then you take the split cup aluminum piece, slide it over, and then you take the wedge and make sure that you have it the smaller diameter machine side facing in towards the split piece, and start the threads on that just enough so that it holds itself in position. What happens when you tighten this is that it's actually going to expand this wedge here. So that's what's going to hold the piece here in at the front. So slide it through the guard like that. Now over here on the bike, right here the bikes usually have a cover that's just pressed in. You can take a screwdriver or a pick and just pop it right out. On this bike it's actually fallen off already, so I don't have to do that. And then back here on the back there's a threaded hole right here. This hole and these holes are used to support that rear hanging mud fender. That's also fallen off this bike, and it actually has this nice rear fender eliminator piece here to cover up some of the bolt holes, so I don't need to deal with that either. This part fits just fine with that floating fender. You just do not use the 12mm spacer if you still have the fender on the bike. Since we don't have it, we're going to use this spacer. So in order to install, you just line this piece up right here, and it goes into the hollow section in that pivot bolt, like that. And then here on the back, you take the spacer, because we don't have the fender, and the long bolt. And they line right up with that hole. The bolt at the back here uses a 5mm Allen. This is the Cruise Tools 5mm 3/8 drive, and this is the 4mm 3/8 drive. So the countersunk bolt you tighten with the 4mm. And then you just tighten them down. You don't have to go very tight because this one on the front here, all it's doing is expanding that wedge. And then at the back, same idea, that you're not expanding a wedge, but you are just tightening up the bolt. And that's it. We got the part installed. Final drive is now protected from scratches from rocks, or if you rub up against a curb when you drop the motorcycle, it's going to come out looking just fine. You've got this nice replaceable part here that's going to be easy to change out if you need to. If you want to learn more about the parts we have on this bike or parts we make for other motorcycles, visit our website, touratech-usa.com. And if you like the video that we just made, subscribe to our YouTube channel, see more just like it. Thank you.